Welcome, beautiful humans and souls. Welcome to your second day of 31 Days to Magic. Today, I will be guiding you through about a 40-minute. Please don't quote me on that because I haven't actually tested this class. I've done it before, but I kind of modified it a little bit. We're going to go with 40 minutes, a 40-minute vinyasa class today as we start to explore and tap into our Annamaya Kosha, our physical body. Our physical body is quite literally that. It is our bones, our muscles, the organs, our tissue fibers, how we relate physically to the world around us. And so today, as we move throughout our yoga practice, I will guide you through being very intentional with feeling into the physical form. Now, if you've never taken class with me before, I typically am a power vinyasa instructor. And today we will be going through a quote unquote power vinyasa flow. However, we are slowing things down. And what I love about doing that is it really forces you to connect with your physical body and how you're landing in each shape. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to be easier because I promise you it is not. But I really want to invite you today to use this as an opportunity to connect with your body, how your body responds, and how your body feels. And I am going to guide you through the entire time today. So all you have to do is just be with me on your mat. If you do like to use blocks in your practice and you have them, awesome. Bring them to the top of the mat. Otherwise, you are more than welcome to get yourself situated and get ready to move with me whenever it is that you are ready. Beginning somewhere on your back today, any shape that your physical form desires to land into. And so maybe that's a gentle shavasana with the legs down long and the arms down by the side. Maybe the feet are planted to the floor, the knees a little knocked together. Maybe your hips are feeling like they need some love. A Supta Baddha Konasana, bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees come out wide. And as you just land, I invite you to anchor into this space today with our breath. Now, our breath taps into one of our other layers, which we will get into in a few days, but the breath is the foundation of our practice. They'll be guiding us through the entire time. So I really just invite you to slow it down here. Maybe taking some covalent breaths, inhaling for 4, exhaling for 8. Finding some control with the breath as the body lands. Letting the breath just simply anchor the body to the floor. And so noticing here with each intentional inhale and exhale, the way your body feels in this moment. Noticing the pressure points connected to the mat below, the soles of the feet, the calves, the backs of the legs, the glutes, maybe the low back, the mid upper back, the shoulders, the head, the elbows, the palms. Feeling the muscles wrap around the bones. Feeling the places that are tight. The areas of the body that feel expansive, and just being in a constant state of awareness of how you've landed. That is all today's practice is meant for you to do, to simply be more aware of your own physical body. How miraculous and strong and capable and giving that it is to you. Take a deep breath in, filling The breath down from the base of the spine, pulling it up through the mid body, the chest, letting it land at the very base of the throat. Hold it at the top. Holding that breath at the top, notice the body, how the body responds to the breath. Is there anywhere that's contractive? Is there any resistance, something open and expansive? Just notice. An open mouth sigh. Finding some gentle movement. We are going to linger on the back. So maybe you're just wiggling into the fingers, twitching into the toes. Maybe you want to find some length if you already there. Arms back behind you, legs long. Maybe giving yourself a hug, taking the knees into the chest, and just saying, thank you, body. Thank you for everything you've given me, everything that you're about to do. Plant your feet to the floor. We're setting up for a very early back bend of a bridge. Ankles align with the knees. Bring your palms down by your side. A little press into the palms, a little anchoring into the heels, one vertebra at a time, like you're walking up a ladder. Lift your hips off the floor. Just begin to activate the back side of the body. Feel the way the feet root you to the earth. Feel the way the hips are lifted. Squeeze the glutes. Energy lifting up through the pelvic floor. Squeezing up and in. Like you really, really, really have to pee, but you cannot find a bathroom where the line is too long. Good. One more breath in. On the breath out, begin to lower one vertebra at a time. The spine ever so slowly back to the floor. Landing at the bottom, take an Ujjayi inhale in. And an Ujjayi exhale out. Again, that breath is audible like the waves, victorious and strong like your body. Take your right knee into the chest, give it a hug. And then kick that right leg up to the sky for a hamstring stretch. You're either grabbing behind the belly of that right hamstring up to the calf, the ankle, maybe over the foot. Find a little activation. So I invite you to press the leg against the palms. Pull the palms against the leg. Notice if you feel a little shake. Notice the hamstring as the muscle engages. Good. One more breath. As you release your hands, a little opening up of that right hip to cross the right ankle over your left thigh for figure four. Maybe you're just giving that right knee, thigh a little press forward. Maybe you thread the needle, right arm through the hole, lift the left leg off the earth, grabbing for the belly of your left hamstring or maybe even the shin. Can you try to pull the right knee a little bit farther forward towards the top of your room, your mat? Let that right hip open. Taking the thigh bone of that left leg a little closer to the body. How is your hip? That right hip activated? Is there any activation at all? Just notice how it feels. Good. Release to take that left foot back to the floor. Leave your right foot in figure four. Hands come down by the side. Another bridge. One vertebra at a time. Lift the hips. Try to pull your right knee towards the floor a little more. Notice how that outer inner hip engaged. Just take one more breath. Keep your hips high. Kick that right leg back to the sky. So now you're in a single leg bridge. On your inhale, take a little dip of the bum and a little lift. Inhale, a little dip. Exhale, a little lift. One more. Keep both hips high. Drop that right foot back to the floor. Can you lift up? Take the heart, the hips a little higher. Lift up through that pelvic floor. Anchor into the feet. Feel where the body starts to turn on. Breathe as the muscles begin to wrap around your bones and support for 3, or 2. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, lower the spine one vertebra at a time. Walk down the ladder to the floor. Walk the feet wide. Once you do land to the outer edges of the mat, take the knees together, broken bridge. Maybe bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. Just grounding into physical sensation present as you've landed. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. On the other side, walk the feet back to center. Left knee hugs into the chest. Give yourself a hug with that left thigh. Hamstring stretch. Kick the left leg to the sky, grabbing for the belly of the left hamstring, the calf, the ankle, the left toes. A little activation. Press the leg against the palms, palms against the legs. Notice if that left leg activates. A little shake. Mine is shaking. Good. Last breath. Figure four as you release your hands to the floor, a little opening of the hip, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Maybe you're staying right here, maybe you're threading your needle. Lifting the right foot off the floor, can you pull the left knee a little bit farther to the top of your room, top of your mat? How's your left hip? Is it talking to you in some type of way? Just be in the awareness of how your body responds to the movement. Good. Release your hands. Keep the figure fours. That right foot plants for another bridge. Anchor into the right foot alone. Lift both hips off the floor as slowly as you did with both feet planted. Try to pull that left knee down. Notice the energy in that left hip is the same as it just was, or is it different? Good. Keep the hips high. Kick that left leg up to the sky. Single leg bridge. On the inhale, a little dip of the bum. A little lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hold the lift. Drop that left foot back to the floor. Can you lift the hips 1 centimeter higher? Lift the heart, hold. Squeeze the glutes. Activate the hamstrings. Breathe for 3. Good. Breathe for 2. Last breath. As you inhale, slowly melt the body back to the floor. 1 vertebra at a time, scooping the tailbone, so making sure the low back lands first. Take your knees into your chest. Maybe take both knees up to the armpits. Maybe happy baby. Grab for the outer edges of the feet. Elbows to the insides of the knees. Maybe laughing baby. Whatever feels right on your body. What do you need here? Maybe you're just taking some hip circles, rotations with those knees open and wide. And then rocking and rolling up the vertebra as many times as you need to. So you can land in a forward fold ragdoll at the top of the mat. So 1 foot in front, the other ankle behind. Weight to that foot. Hands to the floor. Walk the feet wide. About 2 knuckles width in space. Take opposite hand to opposite elbow crease. Body's heavy over the thighs. Those legs are already really active. Beginning to shimmy, shake some energy away from the body, rocking side to side, bobbing up and down. And then release those hands to the floor. Walk the feet a little bit closer together. Take a gentle bend to the knees, and on the inhale, slowly roll your way to stand. Come to attention mountain pose. Let the head be the last thing that arrives. Take the shoulder blades up and back behind you. Flip the palms forward. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. Arrive. Breathe. Find some stillness. Still finding active energy in the body. How do you feel arriving here in this moment now with the feet planted? Noticing energy pulling up from the feet through the ankles, the shins, the knees, the thighs, back over the hips, the low belly, mid belly, the heart, the fingers. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Arms sweep up overhead, extend the mountain, maybe peek up to the sky, a little forward fold on the breath out as you bend and hinge to melt over those thighs. Flat back, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, palms side up to shins, knees, thighs, as the crown of the head lengthens. Exhale to fold, plant your palms, meet in a plank, step 1 leg back, and then the other 2 arrive. Good, breathe for 3. Press the palms down, feel the shoulder blades move a little bit farther apart, like you're really trying to push that mat 5 feet below. From here, you're finding a hover tabletop. So your knees come in bent as you walk the toes in, but the knees never touch. They're just hovered about 1 inch off the floor. Hold. Good. Step back to plank. One leg, and then the other. Hold. We're doing that 2 more times. Hovered tabletop, the knees bend as you walk the toes in. Knees hovered, an inch or 2 off the floor. Hold. Step back to plank. Hold. Good. Hover tabletop. Hold. Drop the knees. Unhook the toes. Landing in that tabletop. Take a couple rounds of cat and cow. Drop the belly on the inhale. Lift the heart. Exhale to push the floor away. Now I invite you to take these fluid. And by fluid, I mean you're connecting to your breath. The breath is connected to the body, and you're moving with intention and alignment to how you've landed. So what do you need? Some C curves, some barrel rolls, some bigger cats and cows through child's pose, maybe a seal. Good, last breath. Find a child's pose, widen those knees. Bring the toes to touch, sink your hips to your heels, anchor the forehead to the floor. Finding a little bit of weight there, maybe rocking the head from side to side. Feeling the palms press energetically against the floor. Finding length in the side body, heart is opening. Come back here. Whenever you just need a moment to re-anchor into your own sense of self in the physical form, your own strength, your breath. And from here, find down dog, come forward to tabletop, curl the toes, take the tailbone up to the sky. Finding movement here, maybe you're paddling the feet, just like your cat and cow. What does your body need as it's landed? So my right calf, super tight right now. We're just gonna hang out here with the left knee bent. Maybe you're peeking under an armpit. Maybe you're swaying the hips. Take 2 more breaths to just move on your own.
Turn the lights down for the night. Looking up at stars.
Good, and just settle into this downward facing dog. I invite you to feel some activation. So feel as almost if your right finger pads are trying to scrub a jar open to the right. Your left finger pads are trying to scrub that jar open to the left. Feeling how the body feels in this downward facing dog when you come a bit more aware to the energy that the body's creating. Good, take another breath in and another breath out. Bring your toes a little closer together. Take your right leg up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. Rise a little higher onto the back left toes on your exhale. Take your right knee into the chest. Try to kiss the knee to the nose as you round the upper back like that cat, and then step that right foot in between your hands to low lunge. Begin to float your torso off that right side. So the fingertips are just hovered off the floor for a moment. Feel your right hip and right heel pull back. Left toes and left hip pull forward. Take the low ribs together, navel to the spine, and reach your arms forward towards the top of the mat. Triceps are framing your ears. Like you're holding this massive orb over the crown of the head. And you're holding here in stillness and you're breathing. Feeling the way your thigh bone on your right leg wraps around the thigh bone. Feeling how your toes, your feet are anchored. How everything is turned on. One more breath. Good. From here, take your right hand to your low back. Take your left hand to the floor. A pause on that inhale. Maybe the crown of the head lengthens forward. As the exhale, take a twist. Press the left hand down and try to connect the left rib to the inside of the right side. Maybe this is grounded with that left knee. If the shoulders are stacked, reach that right arm up to the sky. However, if you are active, as you twist, try to scrub your right heel, left toes together. There's energy up through the hips, through the pelvic floor. You're hollowing out that left armpit as you press that left hand down. Everything is turned on. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Good.
Good.
Exhale, untwist to the floor, low lunge, look forward, step forward. Flat back, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Rooting to rise, big breath in, reverse swan dive. The arms sweep the torso to rise. Forward fold, breath out. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, knee in another plank. This time hold. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Good, rock forward. Shoulders over fingertips on that inhale, and then tap your knees to the floor, unhook the toes. Find a little lift of the heart. We're lowering to the floor for a count of 10 on your exhale. 9, 8. Trying to resist the earth as you bend the elbows, triceps into the side body for 3, 2, and 1. Once you land, activate the tops of the feet so the knees take a little lift. Baby cobra. Palms energetically scrub back. Lift the chin off the floor. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Last breath. Using the exhale to release. Push up through tabletop, curl the toes. Downward facing dog. Pause. Can you feel that right palm? Scrub the jar open to the right. Left palm, scrub the jar open to the left. Bring your toes together to touch. Take that left leg to the sky. 3-legged dog. Rise a little higher onto the back right foot. Exhale, take this left knee into the chest. Core plank. Begin to round the upper back like cat. Step your foot through. Low lunge. Begin to lift the torso. It just hovers off this left thigh. Fingertips float. Finding the thigh bones, the thigh wrapping around, anchoring you. Pressing into the ball of that back right foot, and then try to take your right toes, left heel towards one another. Take your arms forward, holding that orb over the crown of the head. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Last breath. Your left hand comes to your low back as your right palm plants to the floor. As you inhale, lengthen the spine forward to twist. On the exhale, right palm presses down to take the right rib to the left thigh. Maybe the back knee is lowered. If your shoulders stack, you can take that left arm up. Can you press that right hand down, twist a little deeper? Notice how the body engages, the tricep around the upper femur, the shoulder, the hollowing out of that right armpit. Good. Your exhale, release the twist to lunge, look forward, step forward, flat back inhale, exhale, fold. Root to rise, big breath in.
Why do you feel so heavy?
Forward fold, breath out.
It isn't just a matter of gravitation
Flat back.
and weight. It is that
Exhale, plant the palm, step to another plank.
Around.
We're lowering to the floor for another count of 10. You decide. Knees tap, they stay lifted. Rock forward on the inhale. Lower to the floor for 10, 9, 8,
Common speech.
7. You've got this. 6,
Life is a drag.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unhook the toes if they were still curled. Inhale, baby cobra. Lift the chin, the chest. This time hold and lift the palms. Lengthen the toes back to lift the legs. Taking a variation of locust. Maybe you take the full. Palms behind you like airplane. Maybe adding a bind. Fingers, knuckles together. Maybe you're kicking the feet for 3, 4, 2. Good. Exhale, release what you're playing with. All the way to the floor. Palms under shoulders. Maybe curl the toes, push up through plank, pass through tabletop, downward facing dog. Toes come together. Take a breath and inhale through the nose. Maybe this time it's a sigh out of the mouth. Good. Take your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged. Left heel lifts a little more. Exhale, take that right knee into the chest, core plank. Step that foot through. Low lunge. Same thing as before. Lift the torso, arms sweep forward right away. Power lunge. Pause for a breath. Good. Take your hands to prayer. So we're finding a bent leg warrior 3. So your right knee stays bent as you rock the weight to the right foot to float that left leg off the floor. Good. Hold for one more breath. Begin to lift up through that right thigh so you're straightening up through the right leg. Hold. Full warrior 3, torso to the T. One breath in. One breath out. Keep warrior 3, hamstring curl your left heel to your left butt cheek. Trying to stamp that left foot to the sky. Keep pulling that left hip down. Your next inhale, pendulum swing your way to stand. Left knee to chest. Single leg mountain. Pause, balancing on this sole right foot. Use the low belly to lift that left knee a little higher. Pull the right hip down. Right hip up, sorry, left hip down. One more breath. Now we're finding that same flow in reverse. So keep your left knee bent as you hinge back forward to the T. Try to stamp that left foot to the sky. And I forgot to tell you, if you want to use blocks, take your hands to them about a foot in front of you. Good. Kick that left leg behind you. Full T-shape warrior 3. Bend the right knee. Bent leg warrior 3. Take one more breath. From here, warrior 2, that left foot lands wide. Torso lifts, arms to the T. Close your eyes. Look over the front fingertips. Feel the way your thigh is wrapping around your thigh bone. Notice how that back left leg is talking to you. If it's a little agitated, a little constricted, you can always turn the left foot in a little so your hips are more at a 45-degree angle. Strong. In this moment, you are so strong. Warrior 2 is the simplest but most empowering shape of the practice. Feel the palms pressing down against an imaginary shelf. Feel the shoulders super strong. The heart is broad. Just one more breath. Good. Flip this right palm. Take a little reach forward. Lift up through that inner thigh. Get out of the quad. Reverse the triangle. Exhale, hands to the floor. Land in lunge. Find that twist. Left hand to the floor. Inhale, right arm to twist. We're taking this to a side plank, so begin to walk your right foot back about halfway. You can stay there with a kickstand as you come onto the left foot. Maybe you walk that right foot all the way back to crisscross or stack. Maybe that left knee lowers. Keep hollowing out that left armpit like you're doing in your twist. Can you take your hips a little higher than that left elbow? Breathe for 3. You're so strong. You got this for 2. Meet me in plank. Downward facing dog. Pause, take a breath in through the nose. Open outside, let it go. From down dog, roll back forward to plank. Optional for that vinyasa. You can rock forward. Maybe now it's chaturanga, lower halfway pause. Once the elbows hit the side body. Inhale, roll over the toes to lift the heart from the shoulders. Upward facing dog. Exhale, your low belly takes you up and back. Downward facing dog. Toes together, left leg lifts, 3-legged. Exhale, left knee into the chest, step that foot through. Low lunge. Extend the lunge, lift the torso, arms forward. Pause, a breath in. And a breath out. Hands to warrior, to prayer. Bent leg warrior 3. Weight to this left foot, but the left knee stays bent as you float that right leg off the earth. Pull the right hip down. Core is engaged. Low ribs sitting together. Good. Lift up through that left thigh. Straighten the leg. Pause. Bend your right knee. Right heel to the sky. One more breath. Pendulum swing your way to stand. Woo, single leg mountain. My left leg is always harder for me. Try to stamp that right foot on a stool. Pull the right hip down, left hip up. Hold, breathe. Who slower is not easier, but you are stronger than your mind imagines. Feel into the body. Taking that in reverse, hinge forward. Kick that right heel up to the sky. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. Land in warrior two. On an exhale, toes that right foot lands, the hip opens, and you can take that stance as wide as you desire. Arms out to a T. Maybe close the eyes to feel into your body. The palms energetically pressing down on an imaginary shelf, the heart throttling, the low ribs knitting together, the hips opening. Left sit bone dipping towards the floor as the left knee opens up over the left pinky toes. Good, last breath. Flip that left palm, reach forward, lift up through the inner left thigh, reverse your triangle. Cartwheel to the floor on your exhale, land in lunge. Find your twist, right palm to the floor. Inhale, left arm to twist. To that side plank, slowly press your right hand down, begin to walk that left foot back. Maybe it's just about halfway. As you come onto the right toes, maybe you walk that left foot all the way back to stack to crisscross. You can drop that right knee to the floor. Press that right hand down like that twist, lift the right hip a little higher. Just one more breath. Meet me in plank. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open mouth sigh, let it go. Optional vinyasa, roll forward to plank. Lower halfway, all the way. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Toes together. Right leg lift. Exhale, this time take your right knee to your right elbow. Try to tap. Good, take it back, three-legged. Exhale, right knee to chest, step that foot through, low lunge. We're finding that same flow. Extend. Hands to prayer. Bent leg, warrior three. Good, curl that left heel to the sky as you straighten the right leg. Pendulum swing your way to stand. Left knee to chest. Arm sweep up overhead this time. Take a breath in. Dancing Shiva. Breath out. Take the right arm forward. Left arm back behind. Maybe left hand to your low back. Good. Twist a little deeper. We're taking this to chair. So this left foot lands and your right knee bends. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you come upright to a T. Maybe you can hollow, hands to prayer. Twist a little deeper. Breathe for 3. Good, breathe for 2. Last breath. You're taking this chair back to stand in that dancing Shiva. So begin to lift the left heel. Maybe see if you can play with this connection if you're in prayer. Maybe you come upright, but that left knee comes up and in. Good, untwist to center, hands to prayer. Same flow, hinge forward. Doggy, kick that left heel to the sky. Straighten the left leg behind you. Bend the right knee. Warrior 2. Flip the palm. Reverse that triangle, breath in. Side angle, breath out to the right knee, bends. There's a little hinge of the torso forward, the hip back, right arm to the inside of the right thigh, left arm to the sky. Can you press that right arm against the inner right thigh as you drop the right tailbone a little deeper to lift the heart? Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Good, last breath. Squeeze up through the left side, body come to stand. Flip the palm, reverse the triangle. Cartwheel to the floor, land in lunge. Find a pyramid, straighten into that right leg. Maybe you hop that left heel in a little. Right hip up and back, left hip down and forward. Feeling the right thigh lift up. And can you dig a little more weight into your right big toe? So there's a tiny, tiny, tiny bend to that right knee. If I were to look at you right now, it looks straight, but it's not locked out. Good, last breath. Rise a little higher onto your back left foot wherever it is. Take a big bend to that back left knee like you're trying to hover it to the earth. To take a big step forward, kick that left leg to the sky. Standing split. Hands walk a few inches in front of the right toes. From here, curtsy squat. Inhale, bend both knees. Take the left thigh behind the right. Exhale to straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. One more, bend. And lift. From standing split, meet me in low lunge. Hands frame the right foot. Bend the right knee as that left foot lands to the floor. Option the step to plank from here. Take a vinyasa. Maybe it's ekapada with the right leg behind. Maybe it's just downward facing dog. What does your body in this moment feel like it needs? Once you've landed there, take a deep breath in through the nose. A sigh, let that go through the mouth. Good, toes together. Left leg lifts. Exhale, tap left knee, left elbow. Take it back, three-legged. Core plank, step it through. Low lunge, lift the torso. Arms feet forward, hands to prayer. Bent leg warrior three, float the weight to the left foot, left knee stays bent, right leg lifts. Straighten the left leg, hamstring curl, right heel, right butt cheek. Pendulum swing your way to stand, maybe the arms sweep up this time. Your exhale, dancing Shiva, left arm forward. Right arm behind, maybe left palm. Finds the right leg, right hand low back. Finding that balance to twist, to rinse. Just one more breath. Landing in that chair, keep the upper body, left knee bend so the right foot can land. Maybe this is where you stay. Maybe you hinge, bending at the knees, hollowing the belly, find hands to prayer. Left elbow is connected to the outer edge of the right knee thigh. You're finding this connection to twist deep, almost as if your spine is a washcloth of energy. So feeling the vertebra pull apart as the crown of the head lengthens and you twist a little deeper. Good, last breath. Taking this all the way in reverse. If you're in prayer, my yogis, can you try to play? Lift that right heel as you straighten up through the left leg with that right knee up and in. Rising back to that dancing Shiva. Come back to center, hands to prayer, untwist. Hinge forward, donkey kick that right heel to the sky. Straighten the right leg, bend the left knee. Warrior two. Flip the palm, straighten the leg, reverse that triangle. Into side angle, your left knee bends as you hinge forward. Left arm grazes the thigh, right arm up to the sky. Pressing the arm against the leg, leg against the arm. Open up that heart. Feeling into the physical form, the areas of the body that feel strong, maybe even the ones that feel a little tired from all of this activation, just being with the sensation and the creation. One more breath. Squeeze up through the right side body. Straighten the leg, reverse that triangle. Cartwheel to the floor, low lunge. To a pyramid as you straighten into that left leg. Maybe you're hopping that back right foot into ground. I prefer mine nice and wide. Digging your way into that left big toe so the left knee doesn't lock out. Pull the left hip up and back, right hip down and forward. I didn't say this on the other side, but if you want to melt over the thigh, you can. I prefer to keep my heart lifted. Good, last breath. Take a big bend to this right knee like you're trying to drop it to the floor. A big exhale as you walk your hands forward, kick that right leg up to the sky, standing split. Curtsy squat, inhale, bend the right knee, hide it behind the left. Exhale to kick, standing split. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lift. Good. Come back to lunge. Hands frame the left foot as that left knee bends. The right foot lands. You decide if you're taking a vinyasa or not. You're meeting me in downward facing dog. My friends, we have one side. That is it. One last side. You got this. Your body is so strong. You are so capable. You are showing up in this moment. Be proud. Be so proud. Feel into your creation, your physical form. Take a deep breath in. And an open mouth sigh. Left sequence, toes together, right leg lifts. Rise a little higher onto the left toes. Exhale, tap. Right knee, right elbow. Good. Take it back. Three-legged. Exhale, tap it over to the left. Maybe it turns into another side plank, a fallen triangle. Right leg to the left arm to the sky. Good. Lower this to the floor. So drop your right butt. Come to sit on your left butt cheek. Left fingers towards the left toes. Take your right arm up and over like you're reversing your warrior, little side stretch. Come right back through center. Take your right hand to the floor behind you. Press into the palm. Lift your right butt cheek off the floor. Fallen triangle. Left hand to the floor. Take that right leg all the way up and back. Maybe you just bend the knee, open up the hip. If you like to flip your dog, right foot comes to the floor. Over to the left, lift the hips, press that left palm down, reach that right arm behind you, lift the heart, lift up through the hips, the pelvis. Good, a little drop of the bum. Drop your right hand to the floor, take your right leg back to the sky, three-legged. Pigeon, take your right knee to the floor behind the right wrist. Scoot the left toes back. Letting yourself anchor into those hips. Take a little lift of the heart. A big breath in. And if you desire to fold here on your exhale, you fold. Letting the body melt over this right thigh, maybe the third eye, the forehead anchors to the floor. Breathing energy into that right hip. And notice here, right? So I'm someone who tends to clench the hips in pigeons. We have a love-hate relationship with this shape. I don't love the way I feel when I'm in it. Love the way I feel when I'm out of it. But I almost always clench this hip when it's tight. And so can you soften? Can you soften with the breath? Soften into your physical form after a lot of strength and resiliency creation today with our movement. Can you just allow yourself here to melt? Softening the way in which the muscles wrap around the bones. Letting energy, stiffness, tightness, stress just melt away with every inhale and exhale. Noticing here, even with a little activation of this right hip, how the body has responded to the practice. How deeply aware you are of your physical form right now. Good, last breath. Slowly bring your palms under your shoulders. Roll yourself up if you melted over that right thigh. And just sit on your right butt cheek like you did when we did that wide fold. Take your left leg up and over. So you're crossing your left ankle over the right thigh. Seated twist, right arm reaches up to the sky as you exhale. Two options, right arm over the left thigh. I actually prefer to wrap the arm around the shin. Take the left arm behind you. Sit up tall, twist. Using the twist to rinse some of this energy out of that hip, out of the body. Good, last breath. As you unravel the spine, unravel the legs, plant your feet to the floor out in front of you. Sit up tall for a moment, grab behind those thighs. As you sit up tall, knit the low ribs together. We're finding a boat Navasana. Just beginning to hinge back, almost like you're trying to kick back in your very favorite beach chair, and you're finding this gap between your sit bone and your tailbone is like this natural shelf of your bum. And if you're staying there, keep that core engaged. Maybe you begin to float the toes to just hover. Maybe they also lift. Maybe you lift the palms. Breathe for 3. Breathe for 2. Good, last breath. As you bring your weight forward, take the feet the same width of your mat. Heels are in, toes are out. You're lifting up through the pelvic floor. You're finding a yogi malasana squat. So the knees can knock a little bit together, but then open up those hips. Bring your hands to prayer. So I'm not going to lie, I need to take a little bit of an adjustment. I worked out this morning and that left hip decided that it was going to cramp on me. Ooh, there we go. So notice if you have to adjust, you adjust and you move. But once you're in this yogi squat, hands to prayer. I don't want you dropping into your bum here. I really want you to lift back up through that pelvic floor. So there's all this engagement again, like you really, really have to feel like you're zipping up. And breathe. Feeling the feet planted to the earth and feeling energy begin to move up the body. Feeling the strength of the body as you've landed. Last breath. Plant your palms as you straighten the legs, parallel the feet, walk the feet a little closer together. Sun A from here to flush that energy, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, big breath in, arms sweep up overhead. Forward fold, breath out. Flat back, inhale. As you exhale, fold, you can step to down dog if you have a shoot through practice. If you're a vinyasa yogi, you can shoot through that chaturanga. Skip it. All I care about in this moment is that you feel really, really good in your body. So that means take what you need, leave everything else behind. Last side. Left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee. To the left elbow. Woo, great fire. Inhale, take that left leg up. Good. Exhale, tap it over to the right. This time maybe fall in triangle, another side plank. Kick that left leg up, reach that right arm to the sky. Hold as you press the left hand down, hollow out that left armpit. And lower your left butt cheek to the floor. Lower your right butt cheek to the floor, right hand towards the right toes, left arm up and over, side stretch. Inhale back through center. Left hand to the floor. Press down to lift the hips, ball and triangle. Right hand to the floor. 3-legged dog. Maybe you bend the knee, open the hip. Maybe you flip your dog. Right toes, left toes to the floor to the right. Press that right hand down, lift the hips, left arm up and back. A little drop of the bottom. Take your left hand back to the floor, left leg up and back. 3-legged. Pigeon pose, let the left knee come behind the left wrist, scoot the right hip back. With the shoulders stacked over the hips, take a little lift of the heart on the inhale. Big inhale. The exhale, maybe it is even through the mouth, you melt over that left thigh. So my left leg, always so much tighter than my right. So this is it for me. Always it. There's a rare occasion. It's a good day if I get to melt over this left thigh. And that's truly what this awareness is about. Getting to know your body in a really intimate way. And it's not meant to find criticism of the body. It's meant to honor and to love and to cherish the body. And so even if your left hip is cranky, you're landing and you're breathing and you're being with yourself every inhale and every exhale. Love and appreciation and adoration for yourself in the physical form. Your flesh, your bones, your moles, your scars, the pimple, the gray hair, every piece and part of yourself you are loving and cherishing in this moment. Last breath in this pigeon. Bring your palms under those shoulders if you folded somewhere over, so you can come to sit on that left butt cheek. Swivel your right leg up and over on top of that left thigh. Left arm reaches as the right hand comes behind to twist. Either left arm to the outer thigh, grab behind the shin. I like the shin because it also opens up that hip again. It's okay if you float this right foot off the floor. It doesn't have to be grounded. Using the belly to twist. So taking the belly in, sitting up tall, twist a little deeper. Using your inhale to unravel. Final boat pose, Navasana. Unravel the legs as well. Plant the feet to the floor. Sit up tall as you grab behind the legs. Connect into the body. So take the low ribs together, even as the heart takes a little lift and you hinge forward. So the spine stays long, like you're kicking back in that beach chair. All of your own support as you float the legs. Float the hands. If you have some fun binding in your practice, you are more than welcome to explore that as well. Breathe for 3. Feeling into your own power of your body with your breath, your beauty, love, compassion. And you'll meet me in a forward fold. So just rebending the knees, plant the feet first. Kick those legs forward. Sit up tall. Arms sweep up and over as you melt over the thighs, a little bend to the knees. You land wherever the body wants to land. Last breath. Taking a slow roll up, one vertebra at a time. And now, my dear friends, this is where my guidance ends for you. But the practice is not over. I want you to take this as an opportunity for you to move however you best connect to your body in this moment. Coming onto the back, taking more bridges, some supine twists, another hip opener. If you have some sort of inversion in your practice, play with the inversion. What do you need in this moment? I am taking the training wheels off of your yoga bike today, and I'm giving you full control. What is your body asking of you? If you were to be so deeply connected to your physical form, what do you need? What do you need to feel complete and whole, not only in your practice today, but in your physical form? And that can just be Shavasana on the back, child's pose, Supta Baddha. What do you need here? What shapes are going to show your body how much you appreciate it, all of it? Every nook and cranny, every cranky sore spot, every ounce of perfection, every flaw. Knowing that your final shape, your rest, your Shavasana is there when you're ready for it, and that shape is unique to you and how you want to land. As you do land, however, I just invite you to bring your hand somewhere on your body. So maybe it's one hand to the heart, one hand to the navel, one hand to the heart, the other on top, both hands to your shoulders, like you're giving yourself a hug. Just be in connection with your body, feeling into your body in this moment. Again, how it is planted, connected to the earth, how you are connected to your body. And just simply be in this moment of exploration with how you've landed, how you feel. And I'll let you know when it's time to come out. And slowly, gently start to pick yourself up from where you landed energetically. So almost as if you're building brick by brick, layer by layer, come back into the body, noticing maybe the way the feet are anchored, the backs of the legs, the glutes, the low back, the mid back, shoulders, back of the head, maybe even the forehead if you're in a child's pose. Coming fully back into the physical form, and taking a full, complete inhale in, full of love, full of compassion and care and strength, awareness. And an exhale to let anything go in this moment that is no longer connected to this version of you, stronger, more aware, and more kind. I invite you to linger here as long as it feels right for you to stay in this connective energy of yourself. And when it's ready, when it feels right for you to physically move, you can wiggle, you can twitch, you can lengthen, flop over. Meet me in a seated shape. There's no rush to get there. With the eyes closed and your hands at heart center. A gentle tuck of the chin in gratitude for landing here with yourself and your body. Whole, complete, and perfect as you are. If it feels right, the thumbs can connect to third eye center, the brow. Gratitude. I bow so humbly for you showing up to move with me. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing this space. You also have a journal prompt going along with your Annamaya Kosha today, a part of your journey. I invite you now to grab your journal. Either journal anything that you experienced or just journal along with the prompt. And we will see you soon. Bye.